this is Danielle. Welcome to Math Your Way. Today's lesson is on factoring polynomials. Also, it can be interchanged with binomial because binomials means we have two terms, and since we're dealing with two terms, so more specifically, this is a binomial. But polynomial just said we're dealing with more than one term in an expression. So you can either say binomial or polynomial. When we're factoring, we're going to be breaking this down just like you would when we were trying to simplify a fraction. We had to find the GCF, and that stands for the greatest common factor. So what we're going to do first is we're going to write each term separately, and we're going to break these two terms down into the prime factorization. So 3 times x, we know that 3 is a prime number and x is already broken down, so we don't need to break that down anymore. That's a prime number as well. In order for us to get 9 as a prime number, we have to do 3 times 3, and we know that 3 is a prime number. So now that we do that, we have to look and see, do we have anything that is common in both of these terms? And we do. We have one set of 3's, and we have x and a 3 left over. What's left over goes in your parentheses, and what you have in common, you only write once. So we will write 3x plus 3. Okay? And that is how you get your factoring. So now I want you to make sure you take out a piece of paper, and I want you to do the next one with me. So let's try 4x plus 28. So the first thing we need to do is find our GCF. So I'm going to write out the two terms, and I'm going to make sure I put this into prime factorization. So I understand that my prime number is 2 times 2 times x. And because I did 2 times 2, you can see because this is a prime number. And for 28, we would do 2 times 2 times 7. Okay? We don't have any x's, so we don't put any x right there. We're just looking at the term we're using. So now what we have to do, we have to find our pairs. So because I have 2 2's, I bring both of those outside of my parentheses. 2 times 2. And then what do I leave in my parentheses? The x plus 7. Remember, we're adding, so that's why I leave it in parentheses, x plus 7. So 2 times 2 is 4, and this x plus 7 is our final answer. 4x plus 7. Now I want you to try this one on your own. We have 3 plus 33x. Dun, 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 dun. All right, so go ahead and pause the video and try it on your own. So we write out our terms. We find our prime, which 3 is just 3 times 1, so that's prime. And then 33 is 3 times 11 times x. All right, so this one's a little tricky. We pull out a 3, and we have nothing on this side. So what will we do? Well, we know that we have to have a plus sign. And we have 11x right here. What do we put right here? We will put a 1. We will put a 1 because we know 3 times 1 will give me 3. So therefore, we will put a 1. It will be 1 plus 11x. And in the next video I post, we'll be talking about how to distribute when it's already factored. And then it will make more sense, in both of these videos tied together, you'll be able to check your answer. So be sure to be on the lookout at the end of this video to click and look at the distributive property of polynomials. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe.